eyes as I step into the dimly lit shelter at dusk. Outside, shadows dance like specters along the cobblestone streets. Inside, shivering individuals huddled against the walls, each face etched with stories rarely spoken aloud. I was a volunteer here, guiding weary souls toward hope amidst the city's noise. As the evening wore on, concern filled the room. Tommy, a regular with eyes as blue as his worn blanket, was missing it. His sole defense against the cold night. The quilt was frayed but invaluable. He searched frantically, desperation mounting with each turn. His need pressed upon my heart like an unyielding weight. Seeking answers, I retreated to a quiet corner, away from the murmurs. I offered a crisis prayer to the Lord of mercy, born of urgency. God, show me how to help. I feel so helpless amidst these storms of need. Provide us the wisdom and means to warm Tommy's night. I resumed my duties, my heart tethered to Tommy's plight. The shelter buzzed with life, cladding dishes, whispered conversations, humanity bending against the cold. As I passed a guest, a steaming mug, a thought perhaps divine crossed my mind. Listen, it lingered softly like a snowflake on a cheek. So I listened, taking in voices, each one a testament to resilience. As I moved, conversations became more than background noise. They were hymns seeking solace amidst laments. I felt a presence, a quiet assurance of divine guidance. It was as though wrapped in a tapestry of faith, uniting us beneath the shelter's roof. With night deepening, I found myself in the storeroom, lined with hope in the form of clothes and canned goods. The air was thick with scents of old wool. My mind drifted to my shoes, sturdy and warm beside my back. A turning prayer formed quietly. Holy One, if this is your call, let me have the courage to give away what I hold dear, trusting in your provision. This prayer was more than words, it was surrender, accepting mercy, demands sacrifice. As resolve settled over me, I walked back to the room, shoes in hand. My footsteps were sure, guided by a light within. The path trod was through a landscape of faith, glowing with divine possibility. Approaching Tommy, I sat beside him, shoes presented as an offering. These might not be what you lost, but I hope they keep you warm tonight. I said, my voice steady and tender. The air seemed to shimmer a grace, wrapping our interaction. I looked up, surprise in his eyes, before a genuine smile spread across his face. Thank you, he whispered, his voice soft, gratitude enveloping us. In that exchange, we were more than volunteer and guest. We were fellow travelers on the path of mercy, guided by compassion. Watching him slip on the shoes, I understood God's mercy leaves no one behind, often asking us to step into vulnerability and grace, making us instruments of his love. The shelter room seemed to expand, echoing the boundlessness of divine mercy, a reminder that even in shadows, light finds a way. Lord of mercy, grant us eyes to see the light in other shadows. May our hands extend your love with unwavering compassion. Wherever fear and want roam, guide us to be your instruments of peace. Let your presence be our beacon as we walk paths unknown. As night softly fell, I brought my rumbling truck to a halt at a lonely rest area. The rain's gentle patter created a rhythmic symphony, each droplet meeting the asphalt in a soft embrace. This melody danced beneath flickering orange light, casting long shadows that caressed the surrounding darkness. Above a starry tapestry unfolded, a heavenly dome both infinitely distant and intimately near, silently watching over those seeking solace. Leaning back in the worn seat, my eyes traced the celestial patterns, while my heart bore the weight of unsaid words and squandered moments. My regrets swirled like raindrops on the windshield, pressing relentlessly upon me. Chief among them was the strained bond with my daughter, a taut thread pulled by unspoken hurts and misunderstandings, silently pleading for reconciliation. Lord of mercy, I murmured into the quiet, the cab echoing my plea. Help me forgive myself, I know I've held my plans too tightly, pushed when I should have listened. My voice trembled, carrying these confessions heavenward, hoping they would rise above the guilt clattering in my heart. As I prayed, a gentle calm began to soothe my restless spirit, a warmth amid the night's chill, a whispered promise of grace and hope intertwined with an uncertain future. The weight of unforgiveness, the rainies leaving the air renewed, as if the earth sighed with relief. I closed my eyes, breathing deeply of this cleansing air, allowing memories to unfold. My daughter's laughter, her once unwavering trust, yet these tender echoes were overshadowed by recent pains, Sharp exchanges and words laced with disappointment, each one a deeper cut. Despair surged anew, threatening to drown my soul. Holy One, I cried, my voice cracking with longing. How do I make it right? Show me the way forward. The question lingered in the cab, my heart pounding desperately, ears straining for divine whisperings above my weary thoughts. A profound stillness enveloped me, inviting not accusation, but opportunity to release regrets and embrace renewal. A whisper of hope, flickering like a candle in a storm. Courage to reconcile. Soft rain resumed, a soothing lullaby to the resolve deepening within me. With trembling fingers I reached for my phone, hesitating as her number glowed. A darkness thick yet infused with hope. A prayerful breath steadied me, an act of courage prompted by a divine nudge, an overwhelming offering of vulnerability. Her voice, when it came, was tentative, hinting at tender wounds, a fragile thread seeking connection. Hi, Dad, she said, her words a tentative bridge over the gulf between us, a thread of hope in our fractured bond. Sweetheart, I began, my emotions raw and exposed. I've been thinking, praying I'm sorry for the things I've said, for holding on too tightly to my plans for you. I'm learning to let go. Can we start over? My words trembled in the air, heavy with hope, a fragile architecture of reconciliation. The rain's cool caress mingled with a growing inner warmth, the confirmation that this small step was the beginning of healing. Her silence stretched a poignant pause before. I'd like that, Dad, I've been wanting to hear from you. Her words were a balm to my weary spirit, a promise of dawn on the horizon. The call ended with the promise of new beginnings, sketched in the streetlight's warm glow, illuminating our tentative path. I lingered, embraced by the rain's lullaby and the nocturnal chorus, a tapestry of peace. The heart once burdened felt light, unshackled from regret. The Lord of mercy illuminated a way through, a path less tethered by my design, open to his guiding hand. Each raindrop was a testament to grace, each star a promise of undimmed light, a dance of redemption orchestrated by unseen hands. Prayer transformed a night of regret into dawn's reconciliation, offering a revelation of restoration, not just with her, but within my soul. A journey newly begun under heaven's watch.